All right, here at No Reserve, we have our beautiful all-original 1969 Ford Country Squire wagon. It's a single-family owner with only 99,000 original miles. All 100% original paint, always been in the Northwest. Just a killer time capsule car. Just comes with a bunch of cool stuff. It has the vintage license plate frame still with it from this area. It's got this killer original, American Twister error correct luggage kit that they all fold into one. So this one goes into here, this one goes into here, and this one goes to here, and kind of matches the exterior of the car. It's a 8-passenger with the fold down seats. This is just one of my favorite features of this car, because it's just something we'll never ever see in cars today. But they're easy to put down, and then you have a full storage, and it is lockable. So I'll go ahead and put these down here, and you can go ahead. Sorry, I gotta have you dangling there a little bit, but kind of a two-handed operation. But then you can lock it there, so if you have important stuff. And then, as seen in the pictures, all the original spare and jack in here, unused. Original error correct fire extinguishers in there. A bunch of cool stuff like that. The rear seat folds down to, I mean, you could put, probably like a 4x8 piece of plywood in here, but it goes all the way up to the front seats. It also comes with this, this is killer piece that's going to come with it. It's just when you come across these cars, items like this kind of just, jump out at you just to see it real cool. It's like an Arnold Palmer original golf bag. It's got a bunch of, vintage golf clubs, probably from the 60s or 70s. You look at these old tees, just stuff like that that's just really cool to see with these cars. You can see the rubber foot pads in nice condition. We'll kind of do the condition back here of this, and then we'll go to the exterior and do the rest interior. The side panels have a little sun fading, some little scuffs, kind of stuff like that. But for being nearly 50 years old, she's got one more year on her, and then she's 50. But we'll go ahead and kind of go around the exterior here. I'll also show a couple other awesome things. I mean, this car just comes with so much originality. We got the Marty report for it, showing it's got the factory 390. It was built for Seattle marketplace. It's got the color, all that stuff. All the original brochures come with this thing. I mean, stuff like this, original owner's manual. It's got, just kind of tells a little piece of its, history. It's got a couple maps of the Seattle area. I believe one's like a 68 and one's like 1972. But it's cool, you open up the map, and it's got like little highlighted areas and writing in there from the previous owner. But just cool seeing just some type of history on what this car did. It's in amazing condition though. Obviously it's always been garaged. And it's got that nice correct, lacquer shine to it. That's not like base coat, clear coat. You can see how it just has that kind of sheen, but it's really glossy, really smooth. It has a little bit of, lacquer checking on some of the top panels, the hood. You're gonna have your little stone chips on the front there. But all the important stuff, especially on this car, I mean, you're not gonna be able to find this stuff easily, but all of the grille pieces, all the cutouts are in nice condition. The chrome still has nice depth, has some little aging though. No cracks in any of the lenses. The top wood panel piece is a little faded in quite a few places going around, but the center's in really nice shape. It's got the original wheels, 390 badging and hubcaps. You do have the specs, you're gonna have some little stone chips and wear on the paint along the bottom here, a little wear right there. But you can see it's just beautiful shiny paint even along the bottom. A little bit of rust bubbles there, but if you look in there, and hopefully you can see all the underside photos we got, it's just super clean. A little bit of chipping in the wood paneling around here, but you can see never been painted, no tape lines. I mean, all these bolts are super clean. You go along here, just really nice condition. Got a little pine needle there. It's kind of that, some of the window sweeps are in nice condition on this side. Some of them do have a couple little cracks, but all the trim is in beautiful shape. Everything's there. You know, all the glass is original with the original car light logo. It's kind of hard to see in the video. There you go, once it focuses in. Even the front windshield, which this one will be hard to see, it is located there and it's backwards because it's stamped on the inside. But to see a car, you know, pretty much 50 years old, all its original glass, this kind of mileage is just incredible. But also, you know, to find a car that, you know, never's had a door panel off, no screws been messed with, everything is as it left from the factory, every bolt, you know, nut, screw, besides your little maintenance items like, you know, hoses and stuff like that. Really clean here. You can see there was original decals like this, you know, from service stations. You can see the original VIN plate is in nice shape. The front bench seat is basically just plush except for these couple little slits here, a little bit of breakdown there, but seat belts still retract nice and quick. The carpet is a little bit faded right here, a little bit worn, but you can see the, you know, the pad on the brakes is just in phenomenal condition. So okay, it's 99,872 miles. Obviously by the way this thing looks, it says just been babied. It's got a little ding in the roof right there, but you can see how long it's never had anything on the roof, and the paint and the trim on the roof rack is just killer. Door panels are just perfect. Again, you're gonna get some wear on the carpet here and some sun fading, but the rear seat is in perfect condition. You know, all the lights have nice color, no cracks or condensation. The Ford logo. You know, the rear bumper has a little ding right there. It has a little bit of aging in the chrome, but it's still got the proper depth and reflection it should have. You know, nothing on this car is missing. You know, a little bit of scuffs, scratches in the top of the paint here. It's got a scratch in the wood paneling right there, a little chip. Look along here, just a little bit of bubbling, and that's the spare tire area. A little bit of crack in the lacquer paint, maybe they bumped up against something. But it's got a little scratch in the wood panel here, little scratch, little scratch. But again, down here is just really nice paint. Just, you know, just typical little stone chips. All the wipers are really nice and tight. I mean, there's no play in the wiper arms. And all the panel gaps are nice and proper. Every door, you know, shuts like a vault. You know, it just gives that killer solid sound. No door hinge issue. You know, all the windows go up and down nice and smooth. You know, wing windows operate smoothly, you know, nice and tight, no linkage issue on all of them. It's got just a single crack up near the speaker right here on the dash, but no sun fading on any panel. A little crack on the pillar piece. I'll go ahead and move this stuff out of the way. Nice, you know, no fading on the seats. You know, headliner's in perfect condition along with the sun visors. They stay in place halfway or whatever. They got nice resistance. You know, door panels are just killer. I mean, even, you know, the locks are in nice shape. They got a little bit of chipping on the front ones, but again, you got some little wear on the carpet. But you can see, never been painted. 100% original paint. It's, you know, sadly, you know, these cars, these big wagons went through an era where they just weren't, you know, appreciated and respected. And a lot of them were either used for parts, used and abused and thrown out, or taken to, you know, sadly, demo derby. But so that's what makes these cars so hard to find. You know, it's like when you look at these, the little items like this, you know, the rubber protection piece, you know, it's got pulled away a little bit there, but you know, more often than not, you know, these things were just ripped off and tossed away. You know, the battery tray is still in good shape, it's tight. You know, these protection pieces are still there. You know, fan decals there. Obviously, we've got a couple little chunks missing. But we see, you know, good maintenance. Obviously, the fuel pump's not too old. You know, the distributor cap and rotor and all that stuff looks good. The original decals are missing. It's just gonna happen after 50 years. New fuel filter, power steering, disc brake. You know, the radiator's been replaced at one point, and that's probably what happened to the shroud. But you look in here, just no bolts have been messed with. You know, all these little pieces, and the headlights pop right open and they close really quick. But you look under that hood, It's just unbelievable. I mean, this stuff is all the stuff that, you know, usually on these cars it's just pulled out and long gone. So it's like when you take a long look at this car, you know, most people look at it and say, oh wow, you know, it's been a while since I've seen one of those, but it's really, if you do see them, you know, they're pretty tore up or kind of beyond repair, but headlights look killer. You know, so we're gonna go ahead and let this thing warm up and do a driving video. And this car is just it's gonna go at no reserve. We hope it goes to a loving new family. We wish we could keep all of them, but unfortunately it's kind of the name of the game. To move on to the next one, we got to get rid of some of the ones we love.